All right, how you guys doing? It's Dr. Jeff down here at Rythmia in Costa Rica. And the topic of this Facebook Live is open your mind for healing. So, it's really important that we believe in ourselves and we believe that we can be healed from whatever it is we're dealing with, whether it's addiction, or mental health issues, physical issues, anything you could name. It's super, super important that we actually believe this can happen. So, the way the world is set up, these days, and for lots of years, is you need to seek an external source to help you heal. And oftentimes, medical professionals don't believe you can actually change. So if the healthcare people you're working with, therapists, the doctors, don't really believe you can be healed, then it's hard to be in that environment where you're actually going to heal yourself and be healed and change. So, the business of illness is a billion-dollar industry, whether it's cancer, whether it's drug addiction, whether it's mental health issues, whatever it is. There is a ton of money in the illness field. So what happens naturally, right, is that you're told that there's nothing you can really do. You can just make the best of your circumstances. You can hopefully move forward in life in a way that's kind of okay, sort of. When I work with all my people, my patients in Los Angeles, they were a lot of them were very hopeless because they had been beat down by the system for so long, and they had heard for decades there's nothing they can really do to change. They can just try to manage their symptoms. They have these conditions, these emotional things, psychiatric diagnoses, that are hindering them from being successful and happy. So they said, well, I have to be in therapy, I have to be on meds, I have to go to the psych hospital, I have to go to rehab, I have to talk to these psychiatrists once every 3 months, and I have to just kind of follow what they tell me to do because they're the experts, and these guys went to school for, like I did, 18 years or more. And so since we went to school for so long, we're the experts, right? It's just so crazy. And I can tell you this, okay, I went to UCLA for my master's in public health. I got my graduate degree in psychology after that. I have a bachelor's in medical anthropology, and I also did a pre-medical sciences study degree at UCLA. Okay, I'll tell you something. We don't know any better than you do, okay? So I'm just telling you right now. We are the experts in theory because we've read more books, right? But we do not know how to heal you. You know how to heal yourself. So there's no information given to you on how to actually heal your body, heal your mind, heal your soul, right? Because if there was, then therapists wouldn't make a lot of money and doctors wouldn't make a lot of money and the pharmaceutical companies wouldn't make a lot of money. So what's happening is they're keeping you sick. It's better business to have you ill, right? So if I own an ambulance and I'm trying to make money and survive as a company that owns owns ambulances, right? And if there's nobody that ever gets into an accident, my company folds. Okay, so if you're not sick, then I don't make money, right? And I need to make money because I have student loans to pay, I have office space that I'm renting, I have my insurance that I'm paying, right? So it's in my best interest that you're ill, okay? So I don't blame the individual practitioner. Okay, I don't ever do that because they all have good hearts, at the beginning and even at the end and even in the middle, they do. They want the best for you, but the system is broken. Okay, the system is broken. System is broken. And so what you need to do is you need to look at the system that you're in and be like, okay, I want to heal myself. I have these mental health things. I have anxiety. I have depression. I have drug addiction. I have breast cancer, I have Lyme's disease, I have Crohn's disease, whatever it is, right? You have to look at yourself and go, okay, my body is set up to heal itself. If I'm connected to who I am as a person, then I'm going to be healed, right? And that's what happens. So what I've learned by being here for 3 years and working with all these shamans, all these holistic healers, these spiritual practitioners, what I've learned is that when you're united with your soul, when you're plugged into who you are as a person, you're centered and you're grounded, right? You can heal anything that's come across your life, anything, relationship issues, mental health things, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you can heal that. And the way you heal it is being plugged into who you are as an individual. Now, there's lots of things in the world that are trying to get you to unplug from who you are as an individual. There's the rat race, there's alcohol, there's TV, there's our phones, right? I got my phone right here, okay? But, you know, I want to throw this thing through the window half the time, right? But there's all these things that try to separate us from who we are as people, try to unplug us from ourselves, right? The more grounded you are, right? The more grounded and connected and plugged in you are, the better you are equipped to heal your own body. That's the way this works. So the way you open your mind for healing is you realize that you, as an individual, are perfect. And you are an amazing soul who has all these talents, and you can really benefit from being your authentic self. But because you've been beat down by society, because you've been beat down by the world and by your relationships and by even your family sometimes, your friends and your job and your boss and all this crap, right? And it's like you don't believe it, right? You just don't believe it because you've been through so much already. You've like struggled your whole life to really like actually feel comfortable in your own skin. And there's been little things here and there throughout your life that has like kind of helped you feel that way. Maybe you had a couple drinks, maybe you avoided relationships, the true intimacy, you avoided that kind of stuff. You felt like, yeah, I can kind of survive, like I can study enough where I can have a good career, I can be successful in certain ways, but you've never really truly been happy. You've never really truly been grounded in who you are. So what I'm telling you is this: the key to everything that is upsetting in the world and upsetting for you is to plug into who you are as an individual and get connected to yourself. Because once you're connected, your soul, your body, your emotions, your spirit, your neurochemistry, your physical self, your hormones, everything is balanced and is in line. And you can plug into yourself. Your body will heal itself. Your cells will heal themselves. You don't need a bunch of so-called experts to tell you what to do. You know the reason why I was a good therapist? I'll tell you why. In Los Angeles, I was a really good therapist. And the reason why isn't because I had all the answers. The reason was because I always directed it back to the patient I was working with. I said, what is it that you feel you need to be successful? They'd say, I have no idea. Like, I'm here to ask your expertise. Well, guess what? I don't live in your shoes. I don't have your life. So I have no idea. But what is important for you is for you to understand what you need in your life, right? And so I'd always redirect it back to the client. I would tell them, like, you need to figure out what it is that you need and what it is that can heal your soul. And so here at Rythmia, that's what we're doing. Okay, that's what we're doing every single night here and throughout the day. We are plugging people into themselves. We are helping them heal themselves, get connected. We had a woman here last week who had hardcore trauma, had lost a son, had suicidal history, was depressed, was hopeless feeling, had relationship problems, was totally struggling. Guess what? She plugged into herself while she was here. And she connected with who she truly is at her core. And she resolved every single issue that was going down for her. She had made peace with it. She understood. She had a higher level of comprehension. She was able to connect with who she was as a person and move forward in a way that was super productive. And seriously, like as somebody that was trained at UCLA, trained in California, trained in the Department of Health in Hawaii, I was told, and I believed it, there's really nothing that we can really do that much. We'll help you as much as we can, but it's just a little bit. We accept the fact you're just going to be ill. You're just sick, right? We're just trying to kind of manage you as best we can, and we're just hoping for the best, crossing our fingers. Guess what? That's BS. That is an insane way of looking at healthcare. It's an insane way of looking at the system. It's a horrible way to look at your life, okay? You can heal yourself. You can change. You can be completely whole and healthy. You can do it. That's what we're set up for here at Rythmia. That's what we're doing every day here. Trust me. Look at the testimonials. Call our 800 number right here. Dial that one because it's a U.S. number, okay? Call us up. There it is again. Right there it is, right? Give us a buzz. Tell us what's going on with you. Let us help you get plugged into yourself and heal your own self. We don't want you to come back. We love you to come back because it's fun to see you again, but we don't need you to come back here. You come for 1 week, you heal yourself, you move on, and then you're plugged into yourself. And guess what? Some people like to come back because they like to see their friends and do a reunion and whatever, and it's cool. They bring friends and family, fine. But you don't need to do this all the time. You don't need to keep healing and healing it. You can plug into yourself, get healed, and move forward in a happy way that's successful. That's what you can do. So that's what I'm here at Rythmia to manage. I'm supervising all the staff here. I'm supervising the license. I'm working with Jerry. You guys know that Jerry, by the way, okay, Jerry, I'm going to tell you a little about Jerry, right? He's the CEO. He was one of my patients in LA at Passages, and he was one of my patients in Malibu for a long time. I thought that dude was hopeless. I thought there was no hope for this guy. He's too dysfunctional. There's too much trauma. There's a huge history of addiction. He's like, I'm just like, well, I just hope he doesn't kill himself. So my goal as his therapist was to make sure he just didn't die. And that was it. I wasn't really concerned about other things. I thought, well, if he's cool with his kids, then that would be very nice. If he works it out with his ex-wife, that would be also nice. If he has some friends, that would be cool. Yeah, but it wasn't the goal. The goal was to just keep him alive. And how shallow is that? How one-sided is that? That's absurd. Jerry is thriving. He's happy. He's plugged into himself. He's connected. He is not the madman that he once was. He's a healer, actually. He's a shaman in a very emotional, spiritual way. And he's helping so many people with his interventions and the way he talks to guests, and it helps people. So if I saw Jerry do this, okay, the most extreme person I've ever witnessed in my entire career, 25 years of working in acute issues, acute psychiatric, acute addiction, acute trauma. If I've seen Jerry heal, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. I'm telling you. I'm super confident that anyone can do this because I witnessed it myself with Jerry, and I've seen it over and over and over every single week happen. And check out the TripAdvisor reviews from our guests, because that's where you really get to get a feel and a flavor for like what's happening with the people here. Okay, cool. Heal your mind. Open it up. Heal yourself. That's what we're here for. That's what we're doing. We can't wait to meet you. Come down. Call our 800 number. Give us a buzz right here. Shout out to all the people, alumni, and all the people coming down. I can't wait to meet you guys, and I'm here. I'm excited to see you. Pura vida from Costa Rica. Have a good weekend. See you guys soon.